Welcome, everybody, to Born Broke with Mike Hoferth. And today, we're going to talk about something pretty awesome. Know your value.
It's not just know your value, George. It's know your value and know the value of the company you keep.
Ooh, I like that.
You like that one?
Yeah, that's a good one. Sometimes the stuff you say, I go, okay, I got it now, but that I got right away.
Yeah, so know your personal value and value yourself. And then know the value of the company you keep.
The circle.
Because life is getting nothing more than fast-paced.
Yep.
Right? And with that becomes less and less time. We're always on. Like, if I roll it back and before cell phones, like, you had more freedom.
So
now
peaceful.
You have no freedom. So knowing your value mentally, physically, financially, rolling with your chin up to be confident, because we all deserve to be confident, right? But you got to know when to walk away, and you got to know when to double down.
I love it.
Right?
Yep.
What I mean by that is, let's start simply. Knowing your value in the workplace. So that is negotiating for a job. Let's say you're up for a job. In the early days, you might have a little less leverage and value when it comes to getting your first job. But as you move through the stages of your career, you have more negotiation power because you have more expertise.
More value.
More value.
Yeah.
In which, certain instances, in negotiating, you can walk away or have the perception that you can walk away to get a higher salary. Does that make sense?
And sometimes you need to leave that job to get a better deal somewhere else.
Correct.
And then guess what? That company that you left is like crap.
Well, a lot of times
we lost them, and they'll hire you back 2-3 years later.
They'll try to buy you back.
Yep.
They'll try to buy you back.
Yep.
So yeah, staying in one place too long could be a detriment.
Yep.
Right? So moving around these days, like maybe your parents, grandparents, older generations back in the day, you wanted to spend 30, 40 years at the same place, right? That was the game. But now for advancement, like George said, moving around isn't a bad thing, because each time you move around, you increase your network, and I'm going to say this: you increase your network, and you increase your net worth.
Yes, sir.
So know your value is really key and important, right? You need to know your value mentally, stay mentally strong and confident. You got to know your body physically.
Yep.
And you want to work out, and look, you don't have to be a crazy gym rat, but just do something. At the very least, and you tell me this often, and so do my doctors actually, all you have to do is go out and walk.
Yeah, just walk.
Get a dog, walk your dog.
Yeah.
Walk around the block.
I love dogs.
Break. Yeah.
Do you love dogs?
I
love dogs.
They're fluffy.
They're the best.
Oh, I love them so much.
Why is he? Okay, anyway. Why are you going all like...
Little doggy.
He's getting all soft on us, folks.
I like the dog.
He's not really soft. His nickname is the Hatchet, and now he's acting like he's...
Well,
he does have a daughter now. That's what happened. Sorry.
You touched my heart with a puppy.
Yeah, when you have a daughter and a puppy, you get instantly soft. Sorry.
I just get the tingles.
Well, it's true.
So know your value. Know your value is key. Know your value and trusting your value is key, right? So know your value, again, mentally, physically, financially, and then using that as leverage to better yourself. Better yourself as you move from company to company or job to job or enter company when you're getting promoted or up for a promotion. Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing I can say. Another thing with side hustles, having side hustles, if you orchestrate it properly, it gives you more value. You know why?
Leverage.
It gives you f*** you power. That's why. And when you have f*** you power in life, you hold the keys.
I love that.
There you go. How you like that?
No, I think f*** you power is great, but I also want to talk about these limiting beliefs that we all have, whether it's, everybody talks about imposter syndrome, but look, they're limiting beliefs, whether it's like you've been stuck in this job for, making 60, 70 grand. And you know why you're probably making that? Because you think that you cannot break that barrier. Like every year that goes by, you're like making 60, 70 grand. And then you get a cost of living increase, and now it's like 66 grand or whatever. But when you start envisioning going, every night, I visualize every single night, and I'm teaching my daughter to do this, who's a track phenom, And all she does, I'm like, how many times did you race the 100-meter dash? And she's like, 10 times, Dad. I'm like, cool. That's the minimum. And she does it. And she goes out there and she's just shaving time off because she's visualizing. She's still training, but in her mind, she's getting faster because she's training in her mind, and she thinks she's going to get faster. So that's going to happen over time, right? But with, your value and your everything that you're envisioning in your life, if you're just stuck in that spot, you're not going to make any progress. You're not going to get that phone call from a recruiter that's like, hey, we would love to, potentially bring you on. But if you're constantly visualizing and saying, hey, I want to go from 60 grand in 2024 to $90,000, and I want to work for X company, and you envision that and you just keep pushing towards that, guess what? You wake up the next morning, maybe go on LinkedIn and you'll connect with that person or that recruiter, and you'll start focusing on that. And I'm not saying, this is going to manifest overnight, but you'll start moving in that direction, right? And you're not going to, because we all have those limiting beliefs where you think you're never going to do this or never going to do that. But if you start envisioning those things, they will happen. And guess what? If they don't overnight, or they don't in 6 months, they eventually will. That's how everybody does it. People just don't wake up all these great athletes or these business people, it doesn't just show up and fall in your lap. You got to go chase it. You got to envision it. You have to plan for it. Big picture thinking, all that stuff. That's my rant.
Man, you ate a lot of sugar before this episode.
Did I?
Yeah, dude, you just went for like 3 minutes.
Oh, I think I had a little sugar-free soda here.
It was good. But you were forceful on that mic.
Well, is it too much?
No, not too much. I think the people at home needed to hear that.
Well, I mean,
because here's the thing.
You can cut me off whenever you want, but I get fired up because we all go through this.
You're cut off. All right, we're done. You're done. You're cut off. Jeez, I give you one compliment and you run away with it.
Hey, I like it. I like compliments.
Hold on, your name's not on that sign.
No, it's not.
Jesus.
No, it's not.
But that was all good value. That was really good because we had a guest. I don't think we've released it yet, but that imposter syndrome that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Right? You can't let that get the best of you, right? If you're letting that get the best of you, it's because you're letting it get the best of you.
Yeah.
Don't let it overcome it, right? Like you need to make yourself the sexy one of the relationship.
Oh.
When you're in a relationship, you want to be the sexy one.
Well, you are the sexier in this relationship, and that little dirt bike belongs to you as well. So I think that's a good combo.
How in the heck did I get sexy and have a dirt bike in all?
I don't know. It's just it's an accent pice for that's why it's here.
I'm sorry, I gave him a compliment 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, now I'm starting to really get some. I'm overconfident.
What's happening?
I don't know.
All right, simmer down. You're at a
Turn
10.
off my mic.
Oh, you're at a 10. I need you at a 2.
All right, I'm down at a 2. Go ahead.
All right. No, anyway. So the importance of this is know your value. Know your value. Respect your value. Use your value. Work on your value. And think about it. Like George said, envision it. Like that rant that he had in this episode, you should watch over and over and over again. Because putting stuff out into the ether is how you start a dream to come true.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. We put this out in the ether, and look where we're at.
I love it.
Know your value.
Yeah.
Share your value. Work on your value. If you don't understand what we're talking about, know your value. Comment. We'll answer.
Yeah. And the one more thing, you got to find that buddy, that good friend of yours that we do it all the time with each other. You'll call me and you'll go, oh man, all this stuff happened. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I'm like, you're f***ing Mike Hofarth. Like, let's go. And then you do the same thing to me. And it's because sometimes you need the support. No one is successful alone. Nobody. And you know that. I know that. Austin knows that. Dave knows that. Our whole crew. That's why we stick together.
It takes a team.
Absolutely.
No one person can do it by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what you do. No one person. You can go try, but you're only going to get so far, and you'll probably fail eventually because you're going to burn out. You need a team, and you need companions, and you need friends, and you need that. We're human. We're all human, and we all thrive off of that energy. Here's the thing. Find friends that push you.
Yep.
That's what I would say. Don't find friends that drag you down. If they drag you down, cut the cord.
Echo chamber friends, negative.
They're not real friends. You need real friends that push you, that are pushing for the same agenda.
Yeah. They call you out.
Because what will happen in life is you'll rise with all your friends, right?
Yeah.
Your friends that you choose, if they're pushing and you're pushing, you'll all rise together.
Yeah.
And that's a true fact.
Yeah. You need the ones that they'll call you out. You call me out. I call you out.
You gotta be real.
You have to, because
gotta be honest.
You love the person, but they're also just making this stupid choice, and they don't see it because they're in it. They can't look at it critically. They're not detached. That's why you're detached from all the things I talk to you about. I'm like, hey, I need help here. You're like, that's a no-brainer. Why are you even struggling with that? Because I'm inside the problem, and I can't see very far, right? So you come in there and just say, hey, we should do this. I'm like, yeah, duh.
Olympic Male Athlete of the Year, 2000 Sydney Olympics, George Romaine. Watch it again, and watch it again. Hey, that's the brain of an athlete, though. Everything you said in this episode is the brain of an athlete. And not just an athlete that plays a sport at a low level. Male Athlete of the Year, Sydney Olympics, 2000. There's Olympians, and there's Olympians.
Yeah.
You are an elite.
All right, you're really trying to boost up my ego here.
It's all right. Just don't talk too much.
Okay.
I think that's a wrap.
Just don't talk. That's a wrap, folks.